everybody? Coach Graham here today with another performance tip. Today we're going to be talking about adequate shoulder flexion and external rotation as overall function and how we need to get there. So when it comes to shoulder, in order to get our arm overhead, we need proper flexion as well as external rotation. Where compared to the hip, we need adequate extension and internal rotation. I like to look at the shoulder through a four-door system where I look through door one. If door one's good, go to door two. Starting with door one is proper thoracic spine function, and that function needs to be extension as well as rotation. Because the big problem we run into is when it comes to pressing overhead, if we don't have adequate extension, we're going to end up arching into that lower back, creating a little more shear force and put ourselves in a more compromised position. So one of the main things we can do to help thoracic extension is, like we can get a foam roller, we lay ourselves back, we tuck our arms behind our head, we think about posteriorly tilting that pelvis, staying stacked, and we work ourselves over that foam roller. We want to make sure we work up nice and high towards between your shoulder blades. The reason why we either want to hug ourselves or keep our arms tucked by our head is we need to kind of open up those shoulder blades and allow the work to your spine, okay? But I'm also a firm believer is you can do corrective exercises, but we also need to have the ability to do exercises correctly. So with that being said, I love to find ways that we can use other movements to train different positions, okay? So one example we can do to improve thoracic extension is a dumbbell pullover. So what we'll do, you'll grab your dumbbell, you'll lean back on the bench, but compared to normally having your hips up high, we're going to drop our hips nice and low, and we're going to have our shoulder blades at the top of that bench, okay? And from here, we'll lower the arms, open up that chest, stretch through that T-spine, and come right back up. Down, control, come back up. When doing something like this, we can also do it in a program, but we can also do it in a warm-up. For example, if you're somebody who I would say is a beginner, a great place to start is with that foam roller, but say you start to progress, get stronger, this and that. The goal isn't just to lay on a foam roller all day. We have to use ways in the weight room to make things better. So dumbbell pullover is a great example. Things we can do to improve thoracic extension, or rotation, my bad. So you can do a classic quadruped position, rotation, rotate up, rotate up. We can also do what's called a thread the needle. Thread the needle, we'll be in the same position, we'll take that arm and we'll shoot it through. Come up, shoot it through. You can even stay down in a nice static position and get a nice stretch. But other ways we can also train that T-spine rotation is through horizontal rows, right? We put ourselves in the three-point dumbbell position. We're here. We don't want to keep that shoulder stacked. We want to let it move a little bit. This way we're creating some rotation through that T-spine, okay? So next time you're trying to get warmed up or you feel like you can't get that adequate flexion and external rotation, think, hey, maybe I should check door number one, that T-spine extension and rotation. Start with the foam rollers, start with some basic stretches, and then work your way to a dumbbell, the dumbbell pullover, or doing some additional rows. Hopefully next time we'll go through door number two, which is scapular position. Have a great day.